So, Jennifer and Voviette, you have both managed huge budgets. And Jennifer, you've talked about managing capital and that women need to manage capital. Why do you say that?
I think it's really important. It's one of my passions is to help. I was privileged to speak at the Barron's Women's Conference keynote, and the topic I picked was helping women oversee more capital, whether you're a woman or a man. Your own capital, number one, because it's the fastest growing group of wealth is women in this world. So that's one, taking financial literacy seriously yourself to manage your own capital. Two is taking the hard road. This is about the road less traveled, the show. And there are very few women running P&Ls percentage-wise. So I'd love to see that increased because that's bigger decisions and that's more capital allocated with women and men together. And then the third group, besides leadership, would be entrepreneurs and capital to women entrepreneurs. So I think all of those are great ways where we can help other women have that experience.
Oh, I think that's so important. And Voviette, you manage a very big budget with tons of employees. You have joined the EWA, which is 90% businesswomen and 10% women from the public sector. What has been the value for you in being in this group from that point of view?
Well, I think big picture, it's been such a value of really being around women like-minded, where everyone has a level of passion for what they do. And it's funny because I don't really make the distinction between the private or the public sector engagement. It's just phenomenal to be around women to have that camaraderie where everyone is making a difference. Everyone, if you will, is an impact player in their arena. And I love being surrounded by that. And that's what EWA has afforded me, that opportunity to get out of my comfort zone of law enforcement and the public sector, the government sector, and engage more with, great women who are doing phenomenal things in the private sector. But it's more at the core of who all these women are, that they are trailblazers and really leading the way and making a difference. So I've really enjoyed that.
Oh, that's fabulous. And Jennifer, in terms of your experience with EWA?
It's like being on a championship team where there's a great player from every industry, and the 18 inches between all of their really smart heads and their hearts is short. So it's all integrated. So you get the character, the caring, and the competence, all those things together. And learning and growing together in community is a big deal.
Yes, it certainly
and
is.
Lorraine,
Well,
could I
sure.
add one thing? I was listening to Jennifer, and I think we both too, as we've, I think, talked about it, is getting together, and it's a safe environment. It's a safe environment to have just some wonderful dialogue where we can talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, if you will. And I think that's important, and that's the uniqueness and specialness of the EWA.
I agree with you. And certainly I learn something every day. And every time we get together as a group, we learn something. And, there are amazing men that support us as well. And we want to make sure to give a shout out to them, because you cannot applaud with one hand in the marketplace. It's always working together in a multi-gender and very complex environment. So the two of you are spectacular guests. I wish we had a lot of time left. I want to thank you, Voviette, for taking your time. I know how busy you are right at this very moment, and I thank you for giving us your time today.
Thank you. It was a privilege to be with you today, Lorraine. Thank you very much for the invitation.
You're so welcome. And Jennifer, you are such a superstar in your industry, as is Voviette. And I know you are busier than anything. This is not a time to be sitting around. So I really appreciate your giving us your time and your insights today as well.
Thank you. It's been a true pleasure to be with both of you and with our guests.
Thank you. And I apologize to all of you who have asked incredible questions, and I wish we could spend much more time with you today. My desire would be to have multiple hours, and what we'll do is maybe we'll invite these amazing guests back to hear more of their insights. But do not fear, we have an amazing show scheduled for you coming up on July the 6th. We will be interviewing two amazing women during that show. The first one is Linda Lowray. Linda is the former CEO of Giorgio Beverly Hills. Do you remember that fragrance? It was one of my favorites. And Fredericks of Hollywood, and she is now the CEO of Enjoy Global, which is a culture change company, very, very important nowadays. Our other guest on July the 6th will be Janelle Beeler. Janelle is the Senior Vice President of Adecco, which is a 12 billion global staffing company. They're going to talk to us about the amazingly turbulent times we are in, about how to do turnarounds, about how to find a job and dig ourselves into out of the hole that we're in from the pandemic and into a growth cycle. So please join us then. And I leave our audience with one challenge for you, and that is, how do you lead in turbulent, chaotic times? Look forward to seeing you on July 6th, everybody. Thank you for being with us.